So, when you moved to California, what was different for you than your life had been before you got there?
Oh, I mean, it was like, it was very, very strange because for me personally, as a 15-year-old, coming to a country where I didn't speak the language at all, I mean, I knew like, hello, goodbye, how are you, a few words, and there were some bizarre words that I knew for a reason I can't even remember. Like, I knew the word gluttony, and I don't know how. I'm like, and it was totally...
So, I have to ask the question, your obvious love of writing, how did you end up a doctor? Why did you go to medical school?
Well, I went to med school because, you know, I was a very practical and sensible kid. I love writing. I never had any illusion that I was very good at it. I mean, I guess if you had asked me, do you want to be a writer, I would have said yes, in the same way that a kid will say, you know, I want to be president, or I want to go to the moon, you know, when I grow up. So it seemed to me that unachievable. I just felt like people who publish books and write books just like are live in a different sphere. And so I didn't really give it much thought. Certainly any like dreams, however secret I had of becoming a writer, were pretty much squashed when we came to the States, because when we came here, I didn't speak the language. So I would have been grateful enough to go to the grocery store and be able to have a conversation with the cashier, let alone write a best-selling novel. So it just seems so ridiculous. But, you know, medicine was something that I felt I could do.
One of our students pointed out in Thousand Splendid Suns the irony that a story that centers on senseless destruction resulting from violence includes two pivotal moments in the book that an audience, or the readers, might actually almost cheer at violence. One of the few bright moments in A Thousand Splendid Suns is Tariq's attack on Kadim with his prosthetic leg, which even has sort of comic overtones.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Mariam's killing of Rashid, which is not a bright moment, but seems to be a just moment. The students often ask, is there sometimes a place for violence when all else fails? What do you think about that?
Well, you know, I'll give the politically incorrect answer. I think yes. I know I would if it absolutely came to it. I think it would be my duty as a father. And so I think this is the spirit in which Mariam finally has to come to the aid of Layla, is because by then, even though they're sort of co-wives of this man, it's clear that the relationship has evolved into a mother-daughter kind of a relationship. And Mariam is sort of the mother figure that was always missing in Layla's life, whose own mother was, you know, forever sequestered in her room mourning the deaths of her sons. And Layla and Mariam, who's barren, never had a daughter, so they kind of filled a void in each other's life. So it became like mother-daughter. And she's a mother protecting her child, really.